We are here once again in the Sichuan Gymnasium for the third ever edition of the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup, coming to you live and direct from Chengdu in China. I'm your commentator, Fraser Riley, in China known as Zhang Fei, and it is the second day of stage 2 here today. We're going to be getting the show on the road in style with Team China featuring against their rivals, Team France, here in match 1. China participating in 2 matches today. Earlier on in this day of play, they defeated Team Korea, last year's finalists, flawlessly without dropping a single game. So they're the ones to beat the defending champions. They are here on home turf trying to defend it at this wonderful event that we'll see feature for the very, very first time at the Olympics in LA 2028. We're about to meet the teams. France versus China. The French men played Team China in the final of the World Team Championships last year. So you could safely call this a rivalry. And I cannot wait to see especially the Lebrun brothers take on the likes of Wang Chuqin and Lin Chidong in singles. We'll get to see very, very shortly the picks for these 2 respective teams. You have to imagine that the Lebrun brothers will be featuring in the doubles. As for the singles, it's a little bit harder to predict. But straight after this match, we'll have Germany against Croatia. Germany losing out to Japan, so they're also playing 2 fixtures today. Croatia, a country with rich table tennis history. Their best win so far came against Team India in the group stages. So then we're down to the round robin. China have only dropped 1 individual end so far this event. Not yet here in stage number 2. Japan are their main rivals. Korea Republic and Team Germany, the 3rd and 4th seeds, they both won their groups, and so far so good for them as well. Could we potentially be seeing an upset with France taking on China next? It would take something very, very special for the teams here. Sweden without Troels Moregard. Brazil, of course, without Ugo Calderano and Bruno Takahashi. They couldn't get through group number 4. We've seen plenty of lovely continental representation. All 4 continents represented here at the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup in Chengdu. The African nation that we saw, Egypt, but they weren't able to get through their group. They had Hong Kong, China and Team China in group number 1. Cannot wait for this one right here. And just to let you know about the format of the Mixed Team World Cup, it's a race to 8 games every single match. You start off with the mixed doubles, then you go to the women's singles, then the men's singles, and then in match 4, the lower ranked team can choose whether it will be women's doubles or men's doubles. France surely will be picking the Lebrun brothers there to go in match 4. And then if it does go to a 5th match, if France are able to take China the distance, then you will see probably the women's doubles being the deciding matchup. Let's get ready to meet the teams now here on table number 1. The weight of history hangs in the air at the 3rd edition of the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup here in the delightful Chengdu. Thousands upon thousands of fans are here in the Sichuan Gymnasium, just like it was last year in 2023. We've got very high hopes for what we're about to see here on table number 1. Starting things off in the dazzling fashion we love to here in the world of table tennis. 2 of the very, very best teams on the planet about to enter the fray as China takes on Team France.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup Chengdu 2025 presented by China Telecom. Stage 2.
女士们、先生们，由中国电信呈现的2025年国际乒联混合团体世界杯第二阶段的比赛即将开始。
Let's welcome the players.
让我们欢迎运动员入场。
Game 1.
1号台
Team France.
Let the games begin. With the addition of the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup to the Olympics, this is becoming more game-changing than ever. The mixed team, a combination of the best 3 men and the best 3 women of each nation, and Team France are here to play. The Lebrun brothers, the Magic Man, Simon Gauzy, Pratika Pavard, Yuen Jianan and Charlotte Lutz making their way here over to China. And they're going to take on the host nations here on this second day of stage 2 play. These players forged from the fire pit of the most competitive nation in the world when it comes to table tennis. Their reputation certainly precedes them. And they'll be looking to stand on business here. Sun Yingxia and Wang Chuqin, the 2 megastars here in China. With the likes of Lin Shidong, the youngest player in this tie, Wang Mengyu, Kuai Man, Liang Jinkun and Xu Yingbin following in their footsteps. No one more cold than Sun Yingxia. She is the most dominant player in the world of table tennis with 17 WTT events under her belt already. She's the world #1 on the women's side, and she'll be alongside Wang Chuqin when China takes on the French Alexis Lebrun and Yuen Jianan. Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingxia, 3-time world champions in mixed doubles and reigning Olympic champions. They beat the DPR Korea pairing in the final last summer in Paris. They're the best mixed doubles partnership of all time. So Yuen Jianan and Alexis Lebrun are going to have to be at their very, very best here if they are to stand any kind of chance of even taking a single game. So as you can see, China have only dropped 1 game, and that was against Hong Kong, China in the group stages. So far here in stage 2, they've beaten Croatia 8-0 and last year's finalists, Korea, 8-love. Wang Chuqin defeated An Jae-hyun 2 games to love, but the first one was quite close earlier on today. This should be very, very exciting. Alexis Lebrun is someone who doesn't pay too much respect to the Chinese players when he plays them. They'll get in their face, they'll get so up for it. He's France's macho man, and he's the reigning European singles champion. But these 2 world champions in every single category. Mixed doubles, singles, team. They set the standards, and they set a bar almost impossibly high to reach for the foreign players outside of Team China. So then, match 1 of this tie, Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingxia against Alexis Lebrun and Yuen Jianan in the mixed doubles. The match after this will be the women's singles.
Blue from France, red from China.
Every single match will be 3 games, so it can finish 2-1 or 3-0. Pailat Rangviriachai from Thailand in the high chair for this one. Congratulations to our umpires on their selection, and also congrats to the ball kids who have some of the very best seats in the house here. They'll be learning so much watching the world's best in action.
The
Listen to the jayos here around the Sichuan Gymnasium. It is absolutely deafening in here. So many fans just in armour of these two, Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingxia. They have the biggest fan clubs in the game. So let's talk about the styles of these players. Two righties here for Team France, but Yuan Jianan uses short pimples on the forehand side, so she likes to flat hit the ball, deaden the ball. Yuan Jianan, a former champion semi-finalist. She defeated Wang Wanyu a few years ago in Macau, Yuan Jianan. She's last year's Europe Top 16 Cup champion. And they're up against the lefty-righty combination that need no introduction, really. Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingxia, world number ones in the men's and women's singles. A very, very young team, Team France. I mean, China are going through a general reset themselves, or a generational reset, rather. This team were just so inspired by the prospect of hosting the Olympics last summer, and boy, they rose to the occasion. Alexis Lebrun and the French men's team securing a bronze medal, and Felix winning the bronze in the men's singles as well. Seeing him on the podium alongside Truls Morgaard and Fan Zhendong was just simply unforgettable. So France are a very, very respected team by Team China. Have lost a couple of ties at this event, France, so unlikely that you'll see them win this. But this is going to be really interesting to see them take on Team China here. Team China basically unscathed so far, but they know as well as anybody that there will be some bumps in the road that they're going to have to try and overcome.
First game, Sun Yingxia to serve, love all.
So Sun Yingxia, the women's world champion, to serve.
Love one.
Point one to the French. Sun just trying to brush that ball, generate loads and loads of rotation, goes long. Ooh, strawberry flick. Pristine from Alexis. Perfect execution there. Getting the elbow high, coming through the back of the ball. The topspin and side spin. Time just right. Yuan Jianan trying to play a stable backhand. The Chinese come out on top there.
This one inside. Make sure. But yeah. 2-1.
Alexis Lebrun, the macho man of France, he's so powerful.
1-3.
On both wings, and he doesn't mind if he's close to the table or mid-distance, he will go for it. Plays fearless table tennis. But he's going to have to be mindful where he invests in the speed and spin game alongside Yuan.
2-3.
Even though Yuan Jianan can play devastating slaps on the forehand side with the short pips, there are limitations to a game. Oh, beautiful hook shot there from Alexis. Yuan with a positive receive. She set the foundation, and Lebrun built on it here. Not increasing the pace, but increasing the rotation and playing a nice angle cross table. 4-2 to Team France.
5.
An empty serve, and Sun Yingxia's push was a little bit hesitant. Tried to play it deep, but very tough to really load a no-spin ball. Went for the jugular, Alexis. Saw his chance, tried to take it. The receive had just enough. Oh, Wang Chuqin absolutely deadly. comes in the blink of an eye and a flashbang of a forehand flick. No spin on the serve of Sun Ying-sha. Alexei with a decent receive. Look at LeBrun's reaction there. And they level. After a strong fight. First time they have leveled. Ooh, Alexei from the middle. Playing a bellowing backhand. Good flick from Wang. Shot tolerance from Yuan Zhenan. And he managed to find the crossover of the world champion there, Alexei. They level again. So point split here at the second tiebreak of game number 1. Over on table 2, Korea in action against Hong Kong, China. Oh, that's very impressive from LeBron, who nearly does a breakdance move there, playing the forehand. That's jaw-dropping. All or nothing from LeBron. It was good decision-making from Yuan Zhenan. She recognised the contact on the serve and that it would drift just long enough for her to feather the ball down the line. But the Chinese come out on top, and now Yuan Zhenan will serve. She twiddles. Nice touch from Alexei. Yuan Zhenan goes along with her push. Different type of rally there, touch to touch. But it was Yuan Zhenan that blinked first. And now the Chinese get in the lead for the first time here. And they will stay in front with an amazing rally. Wang Chuqin somehow bracing back the LeBrun flick. And Sun Ying-sha changing the direction of play. Using the pace on the ball to redirect. Oh, Wang Chuqin, absolutely emphatic. It's the trademark shot. The shot that he just has completely locked down, the inside-out forehand. 3 game points. And they take it. When they got in the lead, they stayed in the lead. If you give them an inch, they'll take a mile, these two. And it was nip and tuck, it was neck and neck, until we got down to the business end, where the Chinese excelled, up the ante, and took game number 1, 11-7. Xiao Zhan in the corner for Wang Chuqin and Sun Ying-sha, who is the main mixed doubles coach. He was in the corner for them when they won the gold medal in Paris. He's coached many Grand Slam champions. Xiao Zhan, Zhang Jike, and a considerable number of players.
Chance. Okay, Wang Chuqin receive. Second game, Yuan Zhenan to serve. Love all.
So here we go then. Second game about to get underway. Yuan Zhenan to begin.
Love 1.
Yuan Zhenan, a player who's really known for her serves. She does the high toss, skyscraping service. Oh, chop block from Alexis Lebrun. Good improvisation there. Chiquita flick would have caught many, many players off guard. I think that one did, but Lebrun, with his flair, able to think outside the box there. And he plays the strawberry that sends Sun Ying-shao stretching, and Yuen Jianan slaps the ball down the line. Perfect combination from the French. Beautiful. Great adjustments from the Chinese there. Just keep an eye on the footwork of Wang and Sun. The minor adjustments in the feet making all the difference there. It's so tough to calibrate a counter against the flat hit of Yuen Jianan. You have to meet the ball in a slightly different way because there's less topspin on the ball. It's hit so hard. Wang Chuqin might have had to transfer a bit more weight up the back of the ball. That's so clever from Wang Chuqin. You know, I think Wang Chuqin has really improved with his touch play and his feeling. We saw him seal the deal against Team Egypt with a beautiful flick drop shot combination. He's playing Abdelaziz.
4-3. Time out.
Time out here from the French. Alexis Lebrun and Félix Lebrun have never managed to beat Wang Chuqin before. Félix got very, very close at the United States Smash this season. Simon Gauzy was 2-0 up on him at the World Championships in Doha, but Wang turned it around and ended up beating Calderano in the final to win his first World Singles gold.
Allez. Ouais, mais je pense que tu manques un peu d'engagement physique quand même. En fait, c'est ça. Ça manque de corporé. Faut que tu mettes plus de corporé. Ok? Allez, très bien.
Alexis Lebrun didn't play the World Championships in Doha because of the hand injury which he sustained. Missed the World Cup in Macau as well. But now he's back and looking good. Ooh, punches through the serve, Yuen Jianan. It was a very surprising receive there. And Alexis striking it when the iron was hot. Coming right through the back of the ball. There's lots of backspin on the ball, and if it's low to the net, it's impossible basically to play a forehand flick of that caliber. Oh, brilliant. Outstanding play. Oh, the backhand punch again from Yuen Jianan. And that was just one of so many world-class shots in that point right there. Wang Chuqin, in all sorts of awkward positions, still playing amazing shots. But the French on fire since calling upon the timeout there. They take the lead. Slower strawberry from Wang Chuqin. Sun greasing the ball, and Yuen Jianan planted the feet too early and wasn't able to adjust to play a forehand. There wasn't enough distance between her and the ball for her to capitalize. Went for the backhand flick cross table, but can't make it, and the Chinese back up their services and level this. 2 in a row from them. That was very close. Sun Ying-shao looked to have it covered. Oh, that push had venom. Right on the golden line.
7-6.
Chu Chin is usually absolutely uncontainable with the forehand counter, but the French very different in the way which they contact the ball. It's giving the Chinese something to think about here. 2 in a row from them. Went for the double-handed backhand, Alexis Lebrun. So far, in the business end of this game, it's been the servers who've really been able to impose themselves. This is a big point here. 7-8. Yuan Zhenan just looked a little bit upright when she played that receive, but Sun Ying-sha making sure the second bounce was very near the middle line. Oh, and a missed serve. No point dwelling on it, but it's difficult not to. Oh, what a shot from Alexis, and Yuan Zhenan plays a wide smash. Goodness gracious me, the feeling on this man. Silky. And Yuan having a little bit to say about it there as well. No nonsense. Perfect chop block. Oh, it was a good idea, a very good idea. You can bet your bottom dollar, though, that when it comes to crunch time, the fundamentals of the Chinese barely ever wavers. They are so good at treating each point on its own merit, and now it's game point. Strawberry from Alexis. Oh my goodness, what a way to save game point right there. Nathaniel Moran can't help but crack a smile. That was awesome. Yuan getting back the Sun Ying-sha forehand. Chu Chin getting so low, his knees nearly to the ground. And Alexis Lebrun, unfazed, plays a backhand winner.
Go fast, please.
Deuce here. Just miscontacted that backhand, Alexis. He was expecting it to come deeper and more so to him. He waited for something which never came, and that's why he struggled there. He didn't come into the shot enough. Second game point to Ying-sha and Chu Chin. And the flick goes long. So close yet so far from the French perspective. Wang Chuqin and Sun Ying-sha have won 2 games in a row. There will be a third game played here. Will it finish 3-0 or 2-1? Wang Chuqin and Sun Ying-sha standing on business, but that was tough. A miss serve at 8-all. It's quite costly psychologically as well. They know how good these Chinese players are, these two. A lot of positives to take from that. They nearly won that game and leveled it.
Alexis is it. Third game, Sun Ying-sha to serve, love all. love one.
I think the Alexei Lebrun backhand has been probably the most impressive shot in this match so far. But the way that he plays is completely unapologetic.
1-all.
He'll go for similar shots in the doubles that he does in the singles. I think it's inside the table where the Chinese have the upper hand. In the rally, it's been quite close. But when it comes to the touch, push, flick game, Wang and Sun
3-1.
are borderline untouchable. They play with such fluidity. And as soon as they win a point, right then, let's get our heads down. Back to the next one. What do we need to do? Alexei Lebrun played the fishing shot there. Wang Chuqin was all over it. Whoa.
2-4.
Brutal ball striking. Alexei taking more distance off the table. Yuan Jianan has to stay close with her short pimple style. And her footwork is the area for a game that's a little bit weaker than most top players. It's functional, it does what it needs to do, but you won't see her mid-distance.
3-4.
Because of the fact that she can't arc the ball with topspin on the forehand side. She doesn't want to have to chase down balls. Alexei's happy to rally at times. He can really exceed that. It was a clever flick from Alexei Lebrun. Wang Chuqin saw it coming though and just about managed to get it back. It's about not moving too early. It's about not acting prematurely. But of course you can't afford to act too late. You have to gauge the possibilities and know your opponents.
6-3.
Clever shot down the line, so subtle, Chuqin. And Alexei Lebrun unable to play the chop block that time. The Chinese in the ascendancy. This is less close than what games 1 and 2 were. Unreal.
3-7.
That flick. Absolute masterclass. And Xia found the crossover after that. You have to really play a perfect match if you want to beat Wang and Sun. It's been a good performance from the French, to be honest. How on earth has he managed to play a winner? Let's see the footwork here of Chuqin. Oh, that was an irregular transition to have to make as well. He was moving towards the wider forehand, but he managed to just scuttle a little bit. He had to stop himself. That takes such core strength.
8-4.
Ideally, they would have taken the game here, the French.
8-4.
Because when it comes to the women's singles, I feel as if Team France will have less of a chance than what they will in the men's singles.
8-5.
They needed a little bit of fortune.
Timeout.
And that right there means that China will call a timeout. 3 ahead, 3 away. They want to nip this in the bud. Next here on table 1 in the second match of this tie between China and France, Wang Monyu will play Patricia Pavard. Match 3 will be Félix Lebrun against Liang Jingquan. Those two had a very good match in Chongqing at the Champions event.
还是中间 ，OK， 还是中间，你把这个球给清楚就完了。现在我们打得很好，很舒服啊，要继续保持稳定啊。可以，可以。
好嘞。
8-5. Five, 9. Let 5-9.
Oh.
5-10.
My goodness. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, son. That's what that shot represents there. And the backhand as well, come on. Just too good, what else can you say? Wang Chuqin and Sun Ying-sha defeat Alexei Lebrun and Yuan Zhenin. And that was a stunning way to finish there, especially from Chuqin. Crystal clear, such self-belief. He thought about it and he did it. No interruptions. Not a shadow of doubt. 11-7, 12-10. The second game was close, but then game 3 was the most comfortable of them all. A 3-0 win, perfect start for Team China. So then next up here, we are going to go to the women's singles. Wang Mengyu, the recent China National Games champion, will play Pritika Pavard, the rising star, the left-handed trickster. Who's just in her early 20s. Wang Mengyu, world champion in 2021. Played Sun Ying-sha in this year's World Championship final, and it was a 7-game epic, an absolute classic of a world final that finished 4-3 to the world number 1. But Wang Mengyu in brilliant form recently. She won the China Smash in Beijing and she won the National Games, which is only once every 4 years. And she beat Sun Ying-sha there in the final as well as the China Smash. So recently, you could argue that Wang Mengyu is the best player in the world. I heard that she might be a little bit injured coming into this event, but she looks okay to me, and she's been selected here for singles. Pritika Pavard has challenged some of China's very, very best players before. She's almost beaten Wang Yidi, a 3-time champions winner before. A lot of this will be to do with the serve receive. Pavard has a great forehand. She's a forehand orientated player. I'd say that Wang Mengyu is more neutral in her stance. A bit more balanced on both wings. Pavard's going to have to look to make angles. She's going to have to look to spin deeply on the table most times, but when she senses an opportunity, play it more shallow. She has to try and stall Wang Mengyu where she can. To serve with variation. She has to look to protect her crossover section however possible. She'll have to be proactive on receive. I think that when she can, she has to try and get that backhand flick in and then really impose herself with early timing. Otherwise, Wang Mengyu will get into a flow state, pick her spot, and it'll be too hot for Pavard to handle. The fact that it's a 3-game match makes it more tense, which you feel could maybe level the playing field a little bit more than normal. It's a best of 7. You
1 to serve.
also
Love
fancy
all.
the favourite in a best of 5. It seems to give a better chance for the underdog. But it's only 3 games. You're less surprised to see an upset in a way. So it takes a really big psychological adjustment when you're used to playing 5 games and 7 games to come into this kind of format. Wang Manyu, to my knowledge, has only ever lost to one player at this event before, and that was Adriana Diaz of Puerto Rico. And Pavard actually plays women's doubles with Diaz. Combination with real style and panache. That's exactly the way that Pavard needs to try and play. Wang Manyu each and every time bringing the ball back cross table, tempting Pavard into a pivot which he couldn't quite play.
Set. 1, 2. Set. Please, more vertically. 1, 2. 2 all.
Pavard looking good with the backhand so far. Wang Manyu will look to vary the pace into that backhand side of Pavard to make it tough for Pavard to play consecutive counters.
2, 3.
Oh, that's a gorgeous shot there. Drop dead gorgeous from Pavard. What made it so impressive was that there was so much spin on the ball and that she took it fairly late, but still was able to caress it down the parallel. That really surprised Wang Manyu. High difficulty shot.
Four, 3.
Normally when she's playing a right-handed player, Wang Manyu will stand very centrally to the table on receive. She's doing that here as well against Pavard. Pavard will have to try and think about what she does with the service. I think if she can serve long with some backspin, middle or backhand, that could set up a good third ball attack opportunity. If she can serve short, wide forehand maybe as well.
5, 4.
She's got to just try and make it tough for Wang Manyu to open and counter within the first 4 or 5 shots. Yeah, it's gorgeous serve.
4, 6.
That shovel serve of Wang Manyu comes down the right side of the ball, creates some reverse spin. Tough to tell if there's topspin or backspin on that. Topspin on that serve. Pavard with a stroke of fortune, and it helps her win the point. That was a big break.
Six all.
Too soft that receive from Wang Manyu. A lot of top-class players will sometimes, against that identical serve, try and come across to cancel the topspin on the ball, add some side spin and send the server the wrong way then. Wang wasn't able to do it. Great play from Pavard away from the table, a scoop shot. A lob here, just misses. Great rally.
7-6.
And it gets the Team China stars on their feet, applauding. Even as a junior, there were plenty of videos, highlight videos of Pavard from way back. She's got great flair. She can chop as well, hook the ball. When you're investing in the spin game, more so in that point. Too simple there for Wang Manyu. Well, she gets a bit of fortune right back. Wang Manyu. And that is 4 game points to world number 2.
10-7.
I think that was a decent shot there from Wang. Had a bit of deception, something different. Pavard only had her eye on the posture and the ball. I think Wang Manyu was trying to fool her off the half long there. Oh, miscontacts the smash shot there, Pavard. Did it hit the top edge of the racket? It sounded like it did, and she apologised, so I'm guessing that was what that was for. She saved 2 game points on receive, and now she'll serve the young left-hander. Oh, and it's a kicker.
9-10.
One comes in for the flick and the kick on the ball. Makes it just zip up suddenly in the top edge of Wang Manyu's backhand net. Well, it wasn't convincing from Wang Manyu. She was just a little bit too predictable at times there, the world number 2. Pavard played a decent game, but ended up just rushing into the final backhand this. She played Wang Manyu, changing the pace effectively to seal the deal. And she takes the first game here, the Chinese star, 11-9.
Second game, Pavard to serve. Level. Love 1.
The serve here, for me, asks a better question to Wang Manyu. It gives her more to think about on receive. This shovel serve of Pavard
1-2.
makes it harder for Wang Manyu to decide whether to trap the spin with a forehand touch, to wait for the ball and drive, to receive with forehand or backhand. I think that serve that Pavard played was the way. So let's see if she goes for it again here. It's harder for Wang Manyu as well to adjust herself on receive, to play a powerful one.
3-2.
Most times she'll try serve middle to short forehand, but that changes it up and was prepared.
Wang
Manyu with a Little apology. Interesting posture there.
3-4.
Wonwanyu's one of my favourite players because whenever you watch her play, you just get a sense that she plays with such humility and grace. So humble and grounded. Even though her game isn't as frightening as Sun Yingsha's, she's able to dig so deep. Well, Pavard here,
Please play.
pulling away in game number 2. The serve has proved to be a real recipe for success. Wonwanyu gives her a good one as well, but Pavard pushes deep and quick. Loads it. Wonwanyu can't lift it. That was better.
8-4.
Topspin on that serve. If you can't come around the ball enough, you can't keep the receive low. Pavard didn't. She popped it up. And Wonwanyu took no prisoners. Pavard still in a very good position here.
8-5.
Just leaning back a touch there. Pavard. Made it tougher for her to keep the racket closed. For her to time it early. A very short, swift, snappy stroke. 4 is the lead and just 2 is the need here. For particular Pavard. Can she capitalise?
6-9.
Could she save a timeout? I feel as though she'll call it if she loses this to Wonwanyu. Well, it's 4 game points.
10-6.
Better receive against the shovel serve of Wonwanyu. Even though her forehand counter's strong, we haven't seen it in full flow here. It's been the service and the backhand over the table that's been Pavard's strength, or strengths, in this second game. Oh, that's really good.
8-10.
As subtle as it gets. Doesn't take a big stroke to produce a powerful stroke. Wonwanyu activates. Great contact.
Timeout. Timeout.
Extra use of wrist to play the short side of the table. Perfect contact with the backhand. Timeout. Coach Romy knew it was the right time. Wonwanyu will be on serve, but it's 2 game points remaining for Pavard.
Tiens un peu ton gainage quand tu joues en coup droit.
Allez. Tu veux servir, ça peut être autre chose. Non, si t'as à servir, tu ne changes pas. Travaille bien ta deuxième.
Non mais en fait, c'est toutes tes balles zippées et je les ai enfin c'est pas que mais c'est que je me dis je vais essayer de la rapprocher un peu, de la jouer pas trop vite. Mais en même temps, elle est pas très consistante, la balle, donc tu peux y aller.
Soit tu essaies d'en jouer une plus forte, soit tu me la joues plus fine, soit pas entre les deux. C'est juste ça. Hein, un peu plus dur ou un peu moins dur, mais pas moyenne, sinon tu peux te le poche. Allez, on y va?
Ouais.
Celui-là. Hein?
Allez,
World number 27 with a huge opportunity here to make an indent and send this to a decider. 2 game points remaining for the 21-year-old.
9-10.
And now they're quaking in their boots to French. It's a question of belief, more than anything. She saved a fourth game point, Wang Mengyu. Stretches her wide on the forehand side.
10.
5 points in a row from the world number 2. An obsidian mindset. Absolutely unbreakable. And that will shatter the confidence and morale of Pritika Pavard, who was 10-6 up in that game. That's psychological right there. That isn't tactical, that isn't ability, that isn't anything but psychological strength and the impact that that had on the decision-making of Pavard. I'm not saying she's not mentally strong, I'm just saying that when she got to the finish line there, when she had one foot on it, she stopped and thought about it. And that was the last thing that she needed to do. That game would have completely changed the complexion of this tie if she would have been able to take that game. But now, China 5-0 up on Team France.
Final game. 1 to serve. Love all.
As soon as she gets Pavard into the forehand, she can then take control with her backhand from the middle of the table because she's cut off the angle. And she's making it very hard for Pavard to play a parallel with the forehand. So she knows it's going to come middle or backhand, Wang Mengyu. As soon as she's able to get Pavard wide on that forehand. So it's about how Pavard now can try and prevent that from happening. I think it would be better for Pavard if she can get the first ball either into the middle or into the forehand of Wang Mengyu. But if Wang Mengyu is stood centrally at the table, maybe Pavard should go into the wide backhand. That was nice. Just couldn't put the cherry on top. You can just see, though, that Pavard a little bit upset because of the lead that she had in that last game. You can completely understand it. Not easy to sweep that under the carpet.
4-1.
It's almost like Wang Mengyu took a leaf out of Pavard's book with this shovel serve. So low, so tight. So difficult for Pavard to impose herself.
One 6.
You need to take the ball a little bit later normally when you try and generate a lot of rotation. At that time, Pavard was just a little bit slow to recover in terms of the transition between the forehands.
7-1.
Pavard is someone with immense quality, with really, really good quality on all of her strokes. It's just now about getting the connection right between them all.
8-1.
And that's one of the best things that you can learn from watching the top Chinese. They don't play the most flamboyant strokes, but the elegance is in the simplicity for me. The beauty is in the simplicity. There's no wasted movement before the stroke, during the stroke, or after. Everything is purposeful and deliberate. 2-9 here, providing
Let 2-9.
hot water.
Let 2-9.
Decent idea, but a solid receive from Wong. And it is 8 game points here. Is to make it a squeaky clean 3-0 win like we saw in the mixed doubles.
11-2.
And that's it.
To China.
Signed, sealed and delivered. Wang Manyu defeats Pratika Pavard. 3 games to love. Pavard with 4 game points in the previous game, and that would have sent it into a decider. But the comeback of Wang Manyu, incredibly good, and in the end it was a weight too heavy to bear for Pratika Pavard. So then, it is 6-love to Team China. They just need 2 more games to wrap up this tie, but Felix Lebrun is about to take to the table here, and he's taking on Liang Jinkun, the big man, Da Pang, as he's known belovedly in China. So, is there any hope for the French? Well, if there is, you wouldn't want to put the pressure on anybody else but Felix Lebrun, the Olympic bronze medalist, a European Games champion. These two had a very, very close match at the WTT Champions in Chongqing. It went down to a decider. Liang Jinkun has shown a little bit more vulnerability against European players than the likes of Wang Chuqin. But he is just so solid. At the recent Asian Championships in India, it was 2-all between China and Japan, and he was the man who sent them through with a victory over Sora Matsushima. So he can be relied upon, and he is very, very good in the very, very important moments.
Blue with the toss. Service, side to side.
Ugo Calderano was in the form of his life at the World Championships in Doha this year, and he only just beat Liang Jinkun. Felix Sheffield yet to be at the very peak of his powers. He's a lot younger than Liang. So it's one of China's best against the best penhold player in the world. A young lad with peach fuzz on his face from France, who's mastered this Chinese style of play. Felix Lebrun very, very strong on the backhand side. You could argue better on the backhand than he is on the forehand, which is quite unusual for a penhold player. Many legends, such as Xu Xin, have commented about Felix Lebrun's game. He makes it a tight, suffocating battle near the net. where he can just toast the opponent and win points on a canter. Liang is going to have to be on his A game here. It's a big call-up for him here against France. He would love to justify the coach's decision to put him in this fixture in singles.
One love.
LeBron lightning on the backhand to win the first point of the match. Wide serve, good flick.
1-0.
Investing in the spin game when a player plays you wide is a good idea. Normally, the spinnier ball, the slower the shot. You have to sacrifice a bit of power when you go for extra spin. Oh, flip to net. LeBron gets it back. Incredible point. Liang gets it into his crossover section there to deal the final blow, but LeBron heroically racing in. Clever flick from Liang Jin-kun, but even it wasn't fully behind the shot. He manages to play the RPB. To build upon the point I was making earlier, explaining the spin and speed of shots. When you're out of position, when you feel as though your opponent has you where they want you, a bit out of position, it's good to play with slower spin to give yourself time to neutralize, time to get back to a neutral position. Venomous serve from Felix. Felix Lebrun, just like Liang Jin-kun, has won one WTT Champions event. Liang beat Calderano in the final of Incheon last year. Felix Lebrun won his home Champions event, the first ever edition of the Champions Montpellier.
3-5.
Felix recently won his second WTT Star Contender title in Muscat. Beat his brother Alexis Lebrun in a 7-game thriller.
3-5.
He's the 6th highest ranked player in the world. The French whiz kid.
5-0.
And he levels. Liang Jin-kun is just one place below him on the rankings, so this is a ranking rivalry. And it's the heavyweights. Gets into the lead again. Liang is very good near the net. I mean, Felix has some of the best touch play in the world, but Liang as well. Such awareness and control. Played the reverse again, and then he plays a couple of lovely backhands. That last one was a bit more of a punch from Liang Jin-kun. Actually, less so than I thought, but just not as much wrist coming in. Oh, this is a real treat. 5-8. Liang bullying Felix Lebrun with the backhands. That's encouraging. Oh, and the first time in a long time we saw the backhand switch down the line, and Liang Jin-kun gobbles it up. Beautiful counter cross table, untouchable. Got the bat high somehow, and look how low he was when he took that on with the upper body. 4 ahead. Off the net, LeBron able to Stay cool.
Left. 9-6. (6-10).
4 game points to Liang Jin-kun. And the flick seals the deal. Great start from the Chinese star. Read the serves to perfection. Made it a guessing game between the middle and backhand. The forehand was locked and loaded whenever needed, but this, for the most part, was a battle of the backhands. Didn't see near the number of forehands than we did backhands. Both players trying to save time and gain positioning at the table to then create angles where possible. And Liang was the better player there, 11-6. He wins the first game convincingly. So China now just a game away from beating France flawlessly. That would be very, very impressive, because France, considered a rival of Team China. The French men took on the Chinese men in the final of the World Championships last year in Busan, Korea. It was 3-0 to Team France, but Alexis Lebrun had a match point on Fan Zhendong.
Second game. Legend good to serve. Love all.
The Chinese women's team more clearly stronger than the French women's team.
1 love.
The men's team side of things a little bit more competitive, a bit more open. This is crazy. Table tennis
Love 2.
of the very, very top level.
Time out.
Just 2-0, and that sent Felix Lebrun into a timeout. The pace, the recovery, the timing, the power. Absolutely top draw from Liang Jin-kun.
Par contre, essaye de garder le cap parce que là,
That was truly humbling.
Alors à la fin des points, essaye de garder le cap. Parce que le premier échange que tu avais ce que tu voulais. D'accord? Donc continue. Continue.
Je dois continuer, j'espérais qu'il fasse un peu mieux.
Non, non, il faut aussi que tu amènes le jeu différemment, parce qu'après ces points-là, il n'aura pas le même rythme. Parce qu'en vrai, pour l'instant, il a été bien. Il n'y a eu qu'un sur 2 sur ce set, mais il y en a eu beaucoup au set d'avant. Donc là, il est dans le rythme pour l'instant. Il faut qu'on arrive à le sortir du rythme, notamment par ce style de point que tu as voulu mettre.
You know, the amount of battles that I've seen between Liang Jin-kun and Simon Gauzy, incredible. A few classics between those two, and Liang Jin-kun, I think, has won every single one of them. He's got minerals, he's got gears to his game. He's tough, just so tough to get through, past.
One, two.
He's lighting a fire in the hearts of the Chinese team and this Chinese crowd with this performance. He's rising to the occasion brilliantly. Felix sniffs it out. The reverse pendulum serve carries just long enough for Felix Lebrun to capitalise, but that was a decent serve. So quick. Switch from Liang. Felix Lebrun prepared. Doesn't get any quicker than this, table tennis. We're reaching the boiling point now of a match that could still go either way. Wang Li-Chin watching on, the three-time world singles champion. Legend.
5-4.
It's the chairman of the CTTA. Oh,
4-6.
just kissed the edge of the table, didn't it?
Gray, 4-6.
This is a no-holds-bar affair, going blow for blow. Most matches are won because one player is able to vary the play better than the other, but this has just been a need for speed. We've not seen so many variations once it's come blossoming out of the serve receive into the open play. Subtle variations, but there's a reason why the rallies have been so long, so often. They've been able to predict, they've been able to calibrate. They've both felt comfortable, quite comfortable in the rally. Comfortable enough to make so many balls on anyway. But Liang's forehand packing some additional punch to Felix Lebrun's. Look at that. Two points away from finishing this entire match off. Liang Jinkun. Out the middle, off the net cord, Felix Lebrun. Shows no mercy, no sympathy. That stroke of fortune. Apologises subtly, but he'll take it. He needs some fortune. Time out here from the Chinese.
Peut-être c'est dans l'échange, même si je varie les placements et tout, mais oui, bah là, il y a après il y a deux fois de démarrage à 9-6. Allez, allez.
Allez.
The Chinese know all too well how capable Felix Lebrun is from any position.
6-9.
Liang can't afford to stall, has to try and come firing out here. Nice touch. Oh, merciless stuff from the big man. 4 team match points. Lebrun saves the first. A match, by the way, in Chongqing this year was 3-2 to Liang. This would be some statement from Jinkun. Another one saved.
因为我声音太大了。我后来
And now he has the serves at hand. Is there any hope? The switch clips the net. He saved 3 game points, Felix Lebrun. And could he save a 4th? This would make things very interesting. He has as well! Flipping heck! He's just done to Liang Junquin what Wang Manyu did to Pavard. Well, that's very spinny, and he drives it. Liang in trouble.
11-10.
And it's a game point out of absolutely nowhere to Felix Lebrun. This is insane. But he can't take it, Felix Lebrun. What a match here on table 1. An almighty topspin with the reverse penalty backhand. Sets up a second game point. The forehand receive was beautiful as well. Set it up. He takes the game. How on earth has he managed to do that? He saved 4 match points. The mercurial penalty. That is unbelievable, seriously. I thought surely China was going to wrap that up. He was on the brink of getting his 2nd loss here in Chengdu. He was beaten by Benedict Duda when Germany took on France. Liang will be shaking his head that he wasn't able to convert. 4 opportunities there. Cannot wait for this deciding 3rd game. Felix Lebrun fighting for France's survival here. It's 7-0 to China. Could have so easily been done and dusted already.
Très bien. Allez, comment?
有耐心打自己的节奏啊。
哦，6 the ball, 2-6.
Third game, Felix Lebrun, love all.
So then, a second international meeting, and it's again gone to the decider. I don't know how. Lebrun is very, very good in deciding games. I think psychologically he has the upper hand here. If he's able to win this game, we're going to get to see the Lebrun brothers playing the men's doubles.
1-2.
Every game is going to be a must-win. If France come back against China from 7-0 down, it would be the best comeback in history, hands down. Oh, brilliant serve. Deep on the table. What did he apologise for there, Felix? Did it hit the top edge of the racket? Well to recover the serve and use the pace on the ball. Liang Junquin.
2-4.
Very, very backspinny service from Felix Lebrun. Tempted Liang into a flick. Denied by the tape on the net. There, the transition between strokes. was top draw from Felix Lebrun. The forehand as well, took it just in front of him, kept the pressure on, the quality on the ball. Didn't give Jin Kun a word in edgeways. That's a hat-trick of points, won on a canter by Felix Lebrun, and he's ahead at the change of ends here by 3 points. Ooh, just too much on the forehand. Lebrun uses the spin, the reverse spin on the Jin Kun serve to his advantage. And that's the first time in this match I've really seen a deflated look on the face of the big man from China. The serve hits the hand, it jumps over his racket. How is he going to get himself out of this, Liang Jin Kun? He's going to have to try and do what he did against Calderano at the World Championships. In that classic semi-final. He is capable of coming back. He knows, Liang Jin Kun, that if he ends up losing this after being 1-0, 10-6 up, he might not get another chance in this second stage. China have an absolute conveyor belt of class. Oh, 3 in a row. Hang on a minute. Four in a row. Oh my goodness. Felix with some respite gets a good look at that serve and reads it well. Poaches it. That's a great push from Liang Jin Kun. Absolutely belts it. Mind-boggling table tennis here on table one. Felix Lebrun somehow has managed to manifest 4 match points. Liang had 4 match points in the last game. Sensational. How on earth did he manage to do that? How are France still in this match against China? 1-0, 10-6 down Felix Lebrun. He saves a handful of match points to send it to a decider, and he takes his chance here against Liang Jin Kun. That is simply heroic from this mercurial penhole talent. And that means that he's going to get a chance again here on table one alongside his brother in the men's doubles. They're the European champions together, Felix and Alexis, but it is going to be very, very difficult here for France to still stay in this tie against the defending champions. 7-2 now to Team France, and the Lebruns will take on Lin Shedong and Wang Chuqin.
Moi, je voulais vraiment pas rentrer dans ce débat individuel. Je voulais qu'on rentre dans le débat de comment on lance le jeu pour le mettre à l'heure.
D'accord, en plus, c'est bien, tant mieux en soi. Là, c'est typiquement le genre de match, c'est tant mieux que tout bien.
So how it works here in this Mixed Team World Cup is that the lower-ranked team can choose whether match 4 is the men's doubles or the women's doubles. Now, the French men's team is far stronger than the French women's team. They were always going to pick the LeBrun brothers here. The next match will be the women's doubles, but for that to even happen, the LeBruns are going to have to beat Wang Chuqin and Lin Chidong in 3 straight games. Liang Jinkun is the first Chinese player beaten here at the Mixed Team World Cup. China had only lost 1 individual game before this fixture began, and that was to Hong Kong China, who are currently 5-3 down against Korea over on table 2. But stay with us here on table 1. For me, this is the more interesting matchup. As China take on France. France couldn't have been any closer to defeat, but Félix Lebrun has dug them out of trouble like nobody's business. And now, alongside his big brother Alexis, they will take on Lin Chidong and Wang Chuqin.
Alexis. One cool receive.
So here we go. The world number 1 and the world number 2 from China pairing up together here in the men's doubles. And they're up against a pair that have been top spot on the world rankings. Félix and Alexis Lebrun, winners of last season's finals in Fukuoka, Japan. And of course, we're heading to the finals in Hong Kong, China next week for the curtain closer of 2025. Alexis and Félix Lebrun have both beaten Lin Chidong in terms of singles, but neither one of them have beaten Wang Chuqin before. Wang Chuqin is the trump card, the ace, in basically any fixture that he plays right now. He's won more WTT titles than anybody, and he is the core of Team China at this moment in time. He plays in the same Chinese Super League team as Liang Jinkun. He would have been a little bit disheartened by the loss of his good friend. But that's done and dusted. That's history.
First game, Alexis Lebrun to serve, love all.
The Chinese will be looking to finish this in this game against the LeBrun brothers.
Love one.
One characteristic error there from Félix Lebrun.
Please be careful about the inside end of light. Love one.
Deep on the table. Lebrun didn't realise there was still table there. Edge of the table with a Chiquita flick. Very, very fine contact, just skimmed it. Alexis, such a loose grip.
2-1.
The shakehand up. And that allows him to get that flexibility through his fingers when he plays those shots. In level here, the French. Strong forehand from Félix. That serve just drifted too much there. And they take the lead, 3 points in a row. Wow.
3-all.
Great balance from Wang Chuqin. He's not known for his backhand because of how deadly the forehand is, but the backhand is as functional as it needs to be as a forehand-orientated player. Great shot from Alexei, the strawberry push. And Felix Lebrun. Having the last laugh. Oh, he comes in, Felix. Somehow managed to get bat on ball there, but couldn't make it over the net. That was a great effort from the youngster. Sneaky, sneaky from Shidong.
Timeout.
As this is a must-win game for the French and they trail by 2. Here we are with the timeout. After this fixture, beginning at 7 o'clock local time, Team Germany take on Team Croatia here in this second stage. China have already played. Croatia defeated them yesterday 8-0. Close match between Lin Chidong and Thomas Lapuzza, especially in the first game. Wang Hao, a coach who's been under quite a lot of scrutiny as a result of some of the vulnerability we've seen. But Wang Chuqin wanting to silence the doubters in Macau at the Champions this year. He said, we're a young team, we're still the same team. Trust me, we're not going anywhere.
6-5.
And looking at the results that we've seen so far here at this event, he was right.
All.
That's a great forehand from Alexei Lebrun. Went against the momentum of Shidong. The more open side was the forehand side. That's why Shidong moved early there, but Alexei went against the grain. And the French take the lead here. 3 points in a row since going to the timeout. Oh, and Felix Lebrun misses the serve. Shot block.
7-8.
Absolute scyther from Felix Lebrun. That's incredible. To do that with the RPB as well, with the penhold.
Nine, 7.
This is stunning from the Lebrun brothers. Felix tried a cheeky little forehand flick there, came in, tried to disguise what he was doing. Couldn't get the right positioning with his body to play it. Oh, great construction from Wang and Lin. They send the two right-handers out to that backhand side. Nearly got in each other's way. doubted themselves for a second and punished. That's the way you want to do it against two right-handed opponents. And it's a match point, a team match point here. We've seen just bursts in brilliance from both partnerships. But now, the nerves will be jangling. 10-9. Good night. Team China.
8 games to go.
Beat Team France.
Give a round of applause to them.
A fixture extended by the incredible resilience of Felix Lebrun, who saved match points to come back against Liang Jinquin. It looked like the Lebrun brothers were going to make a dent there in the first game to send it to 7-3. But Shidong and Chu Chin win and finish it for Team China. Just needed the one game to do so. That is the closest that anyone has got to Team China so far here at the 3rd edition of the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup. And they just got 2 games. That is how difficult it is against Team China. So far, a near perfect performance from them here in Chengdu. Here's a look at the matches that we saw. Liang Jinquin, the first Chinese player to lose here in Chengdu this year. One man knew was close to being taken to a decider by Pavard, came back from 10-6 down in game number 2. Felix Lebrun, the only player who could get games off the world's best team here today. Well, thank you so much for joining us here in match 1 of this second session. We'll have Germany against Croatia in just about 20 minutes from now. From myself, Fraser Riley, and the whole team here, stay with us. We'll see you shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the players for Table 1.
女士们、先生们，让我们欢迎1号台运动员入场。
Team Croatia.
克罗地亚队。
If you're just joining us, welcome. If you're rejoining us, welcome back to the 3rd ever edition of the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup, coming to you live and direct from Chengdu here in China. It is the 2nd day of the 2nd stage. The top 8 teams from the first group stages have advanced through to round 2, where we have a group of death, a round robin with the best 8 teams featuring, playing against each other here over the course of a few days. Here in this 2nd session today, Team Germany take on Team Croatia. Just before this, about 20 minutes ago, we saw Team China wrap things up against Team France 8-2. So this sets it up nicely. Germany against Croatia will be getting the ball rolling with the mixed doubles first. Dang Cho and Annette Kaufmann, a new partnership that we haven't yet seen, will take on Hanna Arapovic and Ivor Ban. But here's a look at Croatia's results. They lost to France, they lost to Japan, and they lost to China, but they've beaten all the other teams that they've faced. So basically it's gone as expected so far. They had a great win over the Indians in the group stage, 8-6. The Indians came back from 7-2 down to make it 7-6. Not the strongest Indian team, missing Manu Shah and Shrija Akula, rather. But the Croatians played very, very well in that particular fixture. Played China yesterday. Tomislav Pucar was close to taking a game against Lin Shadong. Wasn't quite able to convert in the first game. Team Germany, the 4th seeds in Group 4, they beat Team France 8-4. They've been very, very solid so far here in Chengdu. Finalists here, the German men at the World Team Championships in 2022. Chengdu already becoming a landmark destination in the Chinese nation when it comes to sport and hosting events. We have thousands upon thousands of fans here in the Sichuan Gymnasium, getting ready to witness some world-class sporting action here across the 2 tables. Over on table 2, Korea are currently 7-5 up on Hong Kong, China. Down to the last match there, the women's doubles. Annette Kaufmann normally playing mixed doubles with Patrick Franziska. Those two made their debut together last season at the European Championships and ended up coming away with the bronze medal. But here, Dang Cho, the 2022 European singles champion, will be alongside Annette Kaufmann. Kaufmann, the first ever European woman to win the World Youth Championships in under-19 women's.
Croatia, right, Germany, right.
So the Germans coming into this as the more decorated partnership, the favourites, despite being less experienced together than these two, Hanna Arapovic and Ivor Ban. Ivor Ban actually recently defeated Dang Cho in the German Bundesliga, so contextually that makes this quite an interesting matchup. Arapovic, very stable right-handed player who will play closer to the table overall than Ivor Ban. Very good backhand controller And she varies play nicely with the forehand as well. I think it will be the receiving of ban, the flick of Ivor Ban that the Germans will be thinking most about here. Fraser Riley with you here in Chengdu, China. It's a brilliant event, this one, and of course, it's been added now to the Olympics, replacing the doubles. We'll have the mixed team event. Luo Jing, the head official for this matchup here, have the best umpires in the world. You'd expect nothing less. But helping them and helping the players as well, we have the TTR in use here, the table tennis review system, which always adds to the drama, adds to the suspense, especially during close matchups. The Hawkeye technology
Germany versus Croatia.
increasing the transparency.
First game, Germany to serve, level.
You get 2 per match if you're a player, or if you're a pair of players.
Love 1.
Oh, great play from the Croatians. They win the first 2 points of the match on receive. Oh, what a forehand flick from Ivor Ban. Banging the ball at the peak of the bounce. Double bouncer. Even if there's a bit of backspin on the ball, Ban will still try and play the power flick. And that's incredibly difficult to do because you have to come from below the ball to play it. And of course, the playing surface is in the way of that racket drop. Germans here with a few points on the bounce. Slow spin shot from Arapovic, but with the reverse panel backhand, Dang Cho absolutely deadly. Dang Cho was instrumental in Germany's win over Sweden yesterday. He defeated his German teammate Anton Schellberg of Sweden in 3 straight games. Oh, and they're relishing a bit of a pirouette. He sees it off in style against the Arapovic push. How quickly he saw that coming. As soon as she opened the stance and the shoulders, he knew that push was going cross table.
6-3.
Very well played. 2-point game again here. If you're just joining us, the next match as we go to the women's will be Sabina Winter, highest ranked European player, against Matea Jäger.
5-6.
Winter will be trying to make amends after a loss yesterday against Linda Bergström. Only 22 years of age, Ivor Ban. Someone who's going to be a long-term concern for many players around the world. Very tall player, just like Tomislav Puca. Remember, no Andrej Gacina here, who's been the arrowhead for Team Croatia, and no Filip Jelko. It's a lovely touch there from Dancho. Good retouch, and Kaufman tried to send it long with venom. Ended up going long of the back line. And Bam punishes her with the backhand flick.
8-6.
Pinpoint precision, even with Kaufman's wingspan, wasn't able to connect. Topsy-turvy opener. With the Croatians with a string of points won.
Let's 8-6.
Reverse pendulum serve. Kaufman with the perfect receive. 1 point game.
Timeout.
And a timeout. We're seeing a lot more timeouts in the first game than usual, and that's because of the format of this Mixed Team World Cup. Just 3 games each match. It'll finish either 2-1 or 3-0. Emphasis on winning the first game even more so in this Fast and Furious format. Let's see if this timeout can help the Croatians get over the line here against Cho and Kaufman. The Germans have been experimenting in the mixed doubles. Dancho's also played with Sabina Winter when Germany took on the inexperienced Brazilian team. Duda's also played with Nina Mittelheim when Germany took on Japan. Francisco and Kaufman were beaten by Alexis Lebrun and Yuen Jianan. When Germany played France, and against Romania, they lost to Soch and Ionescu. Germany are so confident. They obviously feel as though even when they don't play Kaufman and Francisco, they can still win the tie. They can afford to experiment.
Let's 8-7.
Germany's only loss coming against Japan. Annette Kaufman was chosen for the singles against Miwa Haramoto, but was beaten in straight games. You can understand why Germany chose her, though, because Kaufman defeated Miwa at the Olympic Games in Paris last summer in the women's team event. She also defeated Manika Batra there, the German. Commonwealth Games legend for India.
8.
Too hot to handle there. You just knew he was going to make it. And as soon as you saw him wound back, you knew he sensed the opportunity to attack. That was a cold forehand from Dang Cho. Again, a burst in momentum coming. And it's 2 game points. Excellent finish from Kaufman.
Game 2, Germany.
That was a strong performance from the Croatians. Bam playing a shallow spin, Kaufman reading it like a book. Topsy-turvy match so far here. Both partnerships getting streak, struggling to hold on, but then the Germans manage to get on the front foot and they take the first game 11-8 here in the mixed doubles.
Jetzt wenn du steuerst, dann Schubball oder sowas, glaube ich, besser irgendwie Richtung Mitte Vorhand. Dann kriegst du den Ball. Aber ich spiele, also ja, nee, ja. Wenn ich jetzt einen Check mache? Aber ist egal, kannst du auch losziehen. Die wird hier nicht vielleicht so sein, aber da kommt auch auf. Aber wenn ich verstehe und ich kann den flippen, flippe ich dann Richtung Ellenbogen. Ja, Richtung. Wenn du flippen kannst, ist es egal, aber da wird er überrascht. Okay. Aber pass auf, dass er lang macht. Okay. Dann sind wir nach vorne ziehen. Ja. Okay, auf geht's. Alles gut.
Dai. Croatia player, time is up, please come back soon.
Okay, sorry.
Second game.
Just reminded the Croatians to come back
Croatia to
a little bit quicker.
Level.
Fair warning from the umpire.
Left. Level.
Go.
One love.
Oh my goodness me.
1-0.
Stand and deliver, Dang Cho with an untouchable forehand counter, bam with a decent quality spin. The racket above his head. What a shot.
Let's. 1-0.
Dang Cho, a former European champion in mixed doubles with Nina Mittelham. Took the title
1-2.
in Warsaw, Poland a few years ago. That was the event that Timo Boll won his 8th European Championship singles title.
2-0.
Beat the former world #1 Dmitry Ovcharov there in the final. Ovcharov with a great win over Tomokazu Haramoto at the recent Champions in Frankfurt. But he's not here, Dima.
3-2.
Before it was Boll and Ovcharov that were clearly above the rest of the pack in Germany, but now it's more balanced, you'd say.
3-0.
Nice idea there from Ivor Ban. Tried to play a wrong footing forehand flick, showing something different with the foremotion than what he ended up doing upon the point of contact, but couldn't execute it. Right now, the Croatians just looking a little bit more vulnerable against
4-0.
placement variations. Decent touch there by Arapovic, but Kaufmann so silky. It was a bit of a lukewarm shot there from Arapovic, who 2 years ago became the European under-21 champion. 3-time Croatian national champion as well. The Germans here. 2 ahead. Shovel serve from Dang.
6-5.
Sensational table tennis. Ivor Ban with the backhand of the match so far. Net tape. Ban tried to hook it. That is absolutely incredible table tennis. A smile towards the German bench. Outrageous play. That net recovery from Kaufmann, how instinctive. You can't really teach that. That comes because of repetition, multi-ball, irregular training. That time, Dang Cho can't connect with the forehand counter and he looks down at his racket like it let him down. Good idea from Ban.
8-6.
Tried to just dink it over the net, but A little bit too delicate with it. Came in wanting to play the forehand touch, but realised it would have been too tricky. There's that backhand flick.
8-7.
Which worked so wonderfully against the Indians in the mixed doubles. And again.
8-0.
Into the opposite corner. I've been seriously impressed with his receive game, his backhand. Slow spin, and Dang Cho struggling to calibrate all of a sudden there. It's harder to know when and where to meet a ball which is arcing. When the flight path of a shot is straight, it's easy to tell. That's why spin is so effective in table tennis. And you get more security because of the arc. It was an open table. Ivor Ban going for a Koki Niwa style shot there. But the truth be told was that he didn't know a Kaufmann was going to go, and that was a great forehand from the German youngster. Sets up a game point. Half long serve, Arapovic goes long.
Ladies and gentlemen, the players.
Good chemistry here between the Germans. Another good game for the Croatians, but they have nothing to show for it. And that is all she wrote in game number 2. So, 11-8, 11-9. Not much in it, but the Germans have won it. Question is, will it be 2-1 or 3-0? Stay tuned to find out. See there, Patrick Franziska snacking in the background. Patrick Franziska, the first ever European man to reach the final of a Grand Smash. Did that in Saudi Arabia last season. The regular player in mixed doubles to be featuring with Kaufmann, but here Dang Cho and her gelling well and looking prepared against this young Croatian pair who aren't to be taken lightly with what we've seen from them so far here in Chengdu. It's a very high difficulty shot to try and play. Chiquita. Ivor Ban may have acted a bit prematurely there. Bravo indeed. Smooth operating from Dang Cho and Annette Kaufmann. It looks like they're going to be the ones to take this game already with 5 of 6 points won. Team Germany right now looking like the third best team we've seen so far, just behind China and Japan in terms of points. They're behind Korea, but Korea have already finished their match against Hong Kong, China. That's why they're still above them.
6-2. Allez, come on.
Korea have actually lost more games than Germany overall, so
6-2.
if Germany win this fixture, you imagine they'll overtake Korea. Even though they've both won 4. Oh, Dang Cho.
7-2.
Dancing and showing. This shot was so swagger. That was a drop the mic forehand, wasn't it?
3-7.
Sabina Winter getting ready for her singles match next year.
Let's.
She'll
3-7.
be playing Mattea Jäger. Vaban.
3-8.
She's made a few more unforced errors than before, and I use that word cautiously, unforced, because in table tennis you have to do something right to win a point. I class it as a shot that a player wouldn't normally make. That's disregarding the pressure of it being a must-win, or being a game that Croatia would really do with, especially as Winter is such an ace for Germany. They don't want to have to come back from a big deficit, but they might not have a choice.
10-3.
Seven game points here. Strawberry. Oh, wow. That's good.
4-10.
Moved with real agility there, Ivo. Strawberry, strong form from Arapovic, and that's crazy good. Not too little, but probably too late for a comeback.
Let's. 4-10. 5-10.
Oh, wow.
10.
Bam with some really impressive shot making against these match points. Throwing caution to the wind. A couple of lottery shots. But there you go, it's the touch that does the trick. Well played. A pair that barely ever played together in Dang Cho and Kaufman. Too hot for the Croatians to handle here on table 1. And they get Germany off to the dream start here against Croatia. Germany will play China tomorrow. So it's very important for them to go into that with real momentum and confidence. So far, so good from their perspective. Dang Cho and the net Kaufman win, and Croatians weren't able to send them even to a deuce game, despite being quite close on a couple of occasions there. And now we'll go to the women's singles, where Sabina Winter, the #1 ranked player in Europe, the number 17 in the world, will face Mattea Jäger, a vastly experienced attacker. This one should be fun. Stay tuned. It's coming up next.
Das war ja viel flacher und viel langsamer. Der hat ja der Knarre gefilmt und soll jetzt.
Auf geht's, auf geht's. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Bewegen, voran, voran.
Jer ovo ona postavlja i čeka pintol, izletava i onda vuče raketu. To ne bude. Sve kaj zapintavaš i ovako, i ako ulaziš većinu, to tamo. Serva prije, samo bude postavljena, vraća boca moraš u glavi, nemoj završavati poen ako nisi postavio. Dobro? Puštamo, volite pijac. Tako, idemo, ajmo, bolje.
Right? Good. You black? Red?
I'm excited for this match right here. Sabina Winter is one of the most storied stars of 2025. She's gone from just inside the world's top 60 to inside the world's top 20 in just less than a year. The first ever European woman to reach a Champions final. Did that in Montpellier, the Lebrun's backyard, quite recently. She is an absolute entertainer. Someone who switched her equipment completely on the backhand side, now using anti-spin. And she uses it so instinctively that it actually helps set up her standout stroke, the forehand, which is so whippy and powerful. Seeing it here in the warm-up. Jaeger will have to be patient. She'll have to come into this quite open-mindedly. It will be an uphill battle from the get-go for the Croatian star. But she's someone with so much experience, someone with quite a clean game. Fraser Riley with you here in Chengdu, China. You're watching stage number 2. Germany tops group number 4, with wins over Sweden and France, most notably. Their one loss came against Japan. Japan looking like the second best right now to Team China, with such depth on the men and women's side. Germany quite similar in that respect as well. Winter going from what, number 4 or 5 in the team to their number 1 now. One of the most impressive, maybe the most impressive rise of any player this year, coming from Sabina Winter. She helped Team Germany win their 10th European Championship gold medal ever at the European Team Championships this year. They were held in Zadar, Croatia, so that was lovely for the Croatians to play there on home turf. The men's team did a little bit better than the women's team, made the quarters, the men's. Look at the kick there. Winter can pivot, play the forehand from the backhand side. She can twiddle to get her forehand rubber on the backhand to counter. She can even play the UFO shot, a very famous shot. She uses the forehand on the backhand side by opening the wrist up in a different kind of way. Really takes everybody by surprise when that happens. Jaeger has beaten Sabina Winter before, but that was back in 2017. Last 3 times they've played, Winter has beaten the Croatian. The most recent meeting coming in 2022 in Budapest, 3-1 win for Winter. Cruise control here, Sabina. Look at that, twiddling in the blink of an eye, getting the anti-spin there. Great play from Jaeger. Manufactures an opening, Winter pivoting, but too strong from the German. There's the UFO right there, you just saw it. How do you think along such a wavelength? How are you able to make those decisions so quickly? It's a lovely punch shot there from Jaeger. Half long, potentially back breaking, the perfect length. Jaeger pulled out. Winter runs into a 6-point lead, just needs 2 more. Oh, great counter from Jaeger, but Winter, lightning quick, bolting. And now 7 game points. Tried to play the UFO from the middle of the table. Good placement from Jaeger. So she takes the game, the German. If you're hearing the eruption in the crowd, it's because we've just seen a beautiful point between the Schellbergs, pairing up in mixed doubles, and the Japanese. But stay with us here on table 1 as Sabine Winter takes game number 1, 11-4.
Ein bisschen Unterschied. Zweite ist dann versuchst du bestimmt schießen. Entweder UFO oder du wechselst und dann mit Rückhand weiterspielen. Sehr wichtig. Haarlang, immer wieder, immer. Ja, immer wieder. Aber der nächste Ball kommt immer diagonal. Du musst aufpassen, nicht wieder diagonal spielen, oder eigentlich hier, weil das machst du sehr gut. Okay, sonst war alles gut. Also.
Sabine, okay. Come on, let's go. Komm, Sabine.
Sabine Winter yesterday was defeated by Linda Bergström, a Swedish defender, and that came as a massive surprise for me because Winter so effective against chop normally. She defeated Han Ying, the best ever German defender on the women's side in Montpellier after all. Her decision making wasn't as good as what it has been, but here so far looking locked and loaded. Looking too good for Jaeger. Oh, that's outstanding play. Jaeger, 30 years of age, currently ranked 152 in the world. She was top 100 player back in 2018, 77. Here's the quarterfinal of the WTT FIDE Gdansk this year. Ooh. P-roller. Nothing the Croatian could do right there, that's unlucky. What a reach, did well to get bad on ball, but Jaeger choosing exactly the right moment to go down the line. As soon as you see Winter pivot, you have to get the bat high, because you know that ball is going to come really quickly at you. Did very well to get it out the crossover there, the German. But Jaeger, with already an improved performance in this game than the previous game, she Lost 11-4 in the opener. It's already equalled that at the halfway mark. As soon as you topspin and Winter plays it the anti-spin, that ball's coming back with backspin. And it's a very awkward adjustment to make after having attacked to then have to come in and touch or push. It's irregular.
6-5.
Normally, as an attacker, you can continuously attack once you got in with the first. But not against someone like this. Oh, Winter accidentally got the anti-spin on the forehand side. She must have been, I don't know what she was thinking there, to be honest. Maybe she was expecting a short touch to forehand. Maybe she was expecting a shot to the backhand and then was just caught off guard. Even she can't act too prematurely.
6-7.
Backhand serve. Jaeger with a bit of help off the net.
7-1.
She'll take it because she's levelled here. Wide serve, lots of backspin. Jaeger with a decent forehand flick, but Winter was able to anticipate. Perfect receive. Extra nudge there coming through. A chop from Winter. Jaeger just overcooks it, lifts too much, but that was a great bit of improv from the German entertainer. Better effort there from Matea, but Winter still a little bit too good here. Takes a 2-0 lead. Looking for a fourth win in a row against the Croatian. Well played from the European number 1. 11-4 and then 11-7 in game number 2.
Što je bolje? Ovo kaj si napravila, viš da si je zajebala da je promijenila reket. Jedan plin kratko u forehand, drugi u backhand. Flip lagani, samo ne jako, ne joj dat poen. Viš da si bila u egalu, 7-7. Sve je super bilo. Samo kad obiš ovaj jaki flip, fintica lagano tamo u backhand. Treba je otjerati.
Following this match, and we're about to get into the last game of this women's singles. Benedikt Duda, last year's European Championship finalist, will take on the Croatian number 1, Tomislav Pucar.
So the game.
And it will be an upward battle for Croatia, no matter what happens here. Winter looking to extend the German lead to 6-0 here against Croatia.
7 double.
Oh, that's a crafty receive. Somehow Winter still in it. Good, I always expect the ball back against Sabina Winter. So athletic and so willing to commit. There aren't many players in the world that would be willing to risk injury to dive around the net. Winter will. There's something all or nothing about her game. There's something all or nothing about her personality. It takes a special kind of person to change their equipment and pull it off. She's the only player that I can think of as a professional who's changed her equipment this drastically.
1-3.
Shows you how open-minded she is. I'm not 100% whether she did it to get better results or whether she did it just because she was getting a little bit bored and wanted a refresh. What a new challenge. But Jaeger here giving us something to chew on.
Timeout.
Timeout here from Winter. The last game of the match, why not? Take the time now to try and come back. Great start from the Croatian. This comes as a bit of a surprise.
Okay.
Viele gute Bälle getroffen. Alles gut. Geht.
Das wäre auch schon was. Okay, normalerweise sie lang tief in die Schützen vorne. Okay? Okay, komm,
let's go. Komm. What's it here?
Jednostavne poajme, da tu prijemo je. Ajmo.
Even though on paper it doesn't look like a decider, as it's 2-1, in the last game, the third game, players will change ends. Which to me is a little bit strange. Not going to lie.
5-2.
Mattea Jaeger can't pivot in nearly the time that Vinta can, so she's having to be backhand based here. There are limits to that, but I must admit she's controlling nicely. Nice. Oh, but fizzing the ball with spin there, Vinta. Jaeger with a perfectly placed receive the push, but couldn't get over that one enough. Tomahawk serve.
6-5.
I'm not seeing much driving from Jaeger. Maybe she needs to take a more aggressive approach now. Can't rely on Vinta making the same mistakes that she did early on in this game. Vinta's closing the gap and now is breathing down the neck of the Croatian, and a timeout from them.
Što prije da prvo kreneš paralelu. Ne ona jedan put backhand malo je otvori po paraleli. Ona će na pamet početi skakati. Razumiješ? Jedna backhand, druga backhand, treća. Po meni to bolje backhand. Razumiješ? Ovo forehand ovako ubaci, što je najgore da ona gura. Bolje ti ovako gurnut ovo flach, onda neke mora napraviti. Razumiješ? Sve okej, samo ne jednostavne poene date, razumiješ? I kad dođeš u ritam ne treba pojačati, samo da je široko, razumiješ? Tamo ti je u backhand, ona počne uditi u backhand. Čim vidiš, prvo paralelu. Odmah paralelo, dobiš i backhand paralelo, gdje dobiš i backhand, drugo igraš paralelo prvo, jer ona sama mijenja čeka tak prvo loptu backhand. Samo ne jedno.
Okay, weil dann, wenn sie ein bisschen bewegen soll, dann kommt ich so mit das Moment. Okay, und dann kannst du weiterspielen. Und wenn du festziehst in der Mitte auf der Reihe. Okay?
Nimm die Entscheidung,
Diese auch.
Jaeger just a bit passive. She's got to throw more into that floatier ball that's coming off the anti-spin of Vinta. I get it, the ball sometimes knuckles off of the anti-spin, which can make you hesitant to really hit it. It's just wavering in the air, but there's been times where she just hasn't quite done enough of those. After the edge ball, Vinta wins the point. Looking a touch vulnerable on that forehand side, the Croatian. And that's because she is stood backhand biased. Vinta making the right decision to play there. That's a great serve, though. The conviction through that. Levels it. And it is the business end now of game number 3. Could Croatia open their account in this fixture, win their first game against Germany? No. I think that ball was going long anyway. Vinta took it over the table, but no discussion. Vinta's point. And the receive goes long, or wide rather, and it's 2 game points to Sabina Vinta. The world number 17, the European number 1, justifying her clout. Can she finish this thing? She twiddles, she flicks. And she stands on business here. A 3-0 win against Mateja Jaeger. It got better and better and better for the Croatian as the match went on. The first game 11-4, the second game she got 3 points more, and then finished 11-8 by Vinta. A lot of respect between those two players. It is Vinta who manages to seal it in 3 straight games. So now we go to the men's singles. Benedikt Duda will face Tomislav Pucar in a battle of the giants. Let's look at the match summary after that Vinta win.
Fokus, Fokus, Fokus. Ja. Kampf. Ja. Gut bewegen, ja. Die Bälle ausnutzen, wenn sie tatsächlich halblang sind, hast du hier eine gute Qualität dann. Ja. Ja, spielen über diese Mitte Vorhand an, nur wenn er diesen Tomahawk macht und kurzen Vorhand und er kommt und dreht durch bei dieser Banane, die er dann spielt, da musst du was anfangen. Also, du spielst eine Banane drauf oder schubst ihn einfach mal an. Ja, du ziehst hier gut gegen, blockst gut, ja, und dann bewegen, bewegen, bewegen. Ja. Ja? Und wenn es zu diesem ganzen Topschen in deiner Rückhand geht, beweg dich, beweg dich, beweg dich dann. Ja? Und wenn du ihn mal hast, ja, da macht er auch relativ früh auf. Da kannst du auch mal anlegen. Okay?
Kao da sam ja otišao ako ovo ne. Dužan mi je, znaš koliko mi je dužan.
Man je na 4-5 komada, da.
Okay. Toss please. Left, right. Croatia right. Germany black. Germany one toss. Receive. Okay. Warm up 2 minutes.
So the battle of the giants about to get underway here on table 1. It's been a great start so far for Team Germany. They haven't lost a single game yet. If Benedikt Duda can win 2 of 3 games here against Tomislav Pucar, the job will be done here for Germany against Croatia. But this is interesting because it's both of these countries' top-ranked players now doing battle. Benedikt Duda has had an absolutely breathtaking year. He's won a WTT Series title, and in the contender in Skopje. He reached the star contender Foz do Iguazu final. He got to the semi-final of the Europe Smash, and he nearly even beat Wang Chuqin at the World Cup in Macau, China this year. This guy's serious. This guy has got into the top 10 in the world rankings this year. Just dropped a couple of places now to number 12. But he is a serious, serious player, Benedikt Duda. He's a very balanced, quick, tall player. Tomislav Puca, a tall guy as well. A backhand-based player. You'll see him play similar kind of serves to Dmitry Ovcharov, the backhand serve from the forehand side.
Croatia.
And the forehand tomahawk serve as well.
Croatia to serve. Level.
Benedikt Duda can handle the serve receive. You imagine the German will be too good for him in the rally. These two have played in China this year. They played at the Champions Macau. It was a pretty straightforward win for Benedikt Duda.
Left.
Benedikt Duda's had fond memories in Chengdu. Became a world finalist here 3 years ago at the World Championships. He sent Germany into the final. The victory over against Korea. Oh, look how he managed to readjust himself. It wasn't the best touch, so he knew he really had to be stable. He knew he had to get back to the neutral position quickly, and he did, to block off of a beautiful angle.
Block 5.
Perfect length on that serve there from Puca. The action on the serve baited Duda into a forehand, but the length was perfect. Oh, good whipping. Off the forehand wing. Started with the backhand and then the forehand. Puca played very well against the world number 2, Lin Shidong, yesterday. Had a game point in the first game and produced one of the best rallies of the day that ended in a TTR situation. Be sure to check out everything that's happening and that has happened on the ITTF website and social media pages.
6-4.
Got all things covered. Best moments, up-to-date results, and some behind-the-scenes stuff as well that I'm sure you'll love.
6-5.
Puca giving it his all there to try and get back in and play a touch. Backhand touch from the forehand side, that's another Ovcharov-like quality. Oh wow, full throttle.
6-0.
Top draw backhand flick. As aggressive as he could be. Puts up. And now he serves at 6 apiece. Oh, astonishing. Clipped the net, but didn't take away from how impressive that shot was. And Duda pins into the crossover section. Good flick there. Didn't come through with much form motion, but didn't have to because there was already spin on the serve. Bit of a nudge from Duda. Straight back spin. Oh, Puca's done well. He's done very well. And now Duda will serve, trying to level. So strong, isn't he, the big man? Moving on the balls of his toes, so active, proactive. And there's a very, very good connection, transition between most of his strokes. Trying to improve the transition between the backhand flick and the first counter that he plays. It's very difficult to come in to play a backhand flick and then play a forehand counter, especially on the parallel. If you can master that sequence, you've mastered one of the hardest things in table tennis. It's a big contrast between those two shots, where you start, where you have to finish. Duda has turned the tables. Time off from Putzar.
Der war so ein bisschen drüber über. War viel höher gewesen. Okay, let's go. Auf geht's. Komm, Trainer, auf geht's.
The help of Jörg Roskopf and Zoltan Batofi. Benedikt Duda has manufactured 2 game points here.
10-8.
Oh, that backhand has so much side spin.
11-8.
Not just coming through the ball with the block, but actually just coming across it slightly to swerve it even more so into the crossover of Tomislav Putzar. That was a world-class couple of backhands from Benedikt Duda, and the forehand just as good. Wonderful. Really, really strong from the world number 12. He's 1 game to the good here against Tomislav Putzar. So Germany drawing closer and closer and closer to a finish here. Duda and Team Germany are 1 game away from finishing this thing.
Second game. Germany to serve. Level. Let level.
I haven't mentioned this yet, but the head-to-head between these two is one of the most impressive you will see between any 2 players at this event. Not easy reading if you're a Putzar fan. He's only beaten Benedikt Duda once in 14 meetings. That speaks for itself. I don't know what else to say there. Duda has won the last 6 times that they've played. They played at the European Championships, by the way, this year. Oh, Putzar! Great backhand there. Germany knocked out the host nation, Croatia.
Love 4.
Putzar got a great win over Patrick Francisco, but was beaten by Benedikt Duda. So that's their only meeting since the Champions Macau that I mentioned earlier on. Oh, whipping beautifully. That's Putzar at his best there. The backhand, sublime. picked his spot. Thank you very much.
Let's love 5.
I'm quite interested by the selection here of Croatia, because I would have felt as though Leja Rakovac would have given Vinter a bit of a better game.
5-1.
Taking nothing away from Jaeger. But Rakovac did get to the round of 16 of the World Championships this year with a win over the former Asian champion Miu Harano of Japan. But we do see a lot of teams experimenting.
6-1.
Puts that here. It's just on fire.
2-6.
Duda always plays with such nobility and pride. Could he maybe come back into this? Maybe not. Putzar dialed in. Two 7. A slugfest. Duda
7-3.
manages to trump him. Punished him to the same place twice. Didn't have to change the direction of play too much there. Puts up.
4-8.
Remember, he's already called the timeout in the first game, Tomislav, so if Duda's able to get a point here and there now, Putzar won't be able to take another break. He's got to keep going. Beautiful setup.
4-9.
Comes in with his right leg in. Good control and good power. Manhandling Duda. It's a very, very heavy push. I feel like it's harder to play a long, fast backhand push than it is a long, fast forehand push. But different with the flick.
9-6.
Duda just drawing this out as much as he can. This is a big point here. Duda
6-10.
misreads the tomahawk, the Tommy Hawk serve of Tomislav. Wasn't so much spin on the serve there. 4 game points, backhand flick, and again Duda somehow still in it. I think it's the service game of Duda that needs some changes, because Tomislav looked so comfortable there on receive through the entirety of game number 2, and he manages to turn the tables, takes the second game 11-6 after losing the first game 11-8. But going to a decider here. We've seen a couple of upsets so far. Manav Takar beating Sora Matsushima. Benedikt Duda defeating Felix Lebrun. Good Putzar. Get a great win here over someone who he's barely ever been able to beat. He'd love it if he could.
Das hat perfekt zu ihm gepasst, ja? Dass du da ein bisschen Range reinbringst. Ja? Richtig Qualität oder richtig nach vorne spielen. Ja? Ja? Und bei deinem Ausschlag auch den Grad einfach da die Platzierung oder halt die Seite. Okay? Okay? Alles klar, kann man. Holst du. Dranbleiben.
again. Croatia to serve. Level.
If Putzar can win this game, the match goes on. But it is a must-win game.
Love 1.
Clutched up in the last one. Can he do it again here? To send this to match number 4, which will be a doubles.
1-0.
More specifically, it will be the women's doubles. Jäger and Rakovac will take on Kaufmann and Winter. Gets back after the backhand flick from the forehand side to play another bellowing stroke. Such a backhand-orientated player, Tomislav. A lot of tall players are. They have to be. Tall players are a little bit more vulnerable to the crossover, which is basically their right pocket if they're a right-hander, or their left pocket if they're a left-hander. That transition zone is more hittable, findable. The forehand looked very good. Brutal play. Another reason why a player might want to be backhand orientated is because it saves time. It's easier to play backhand consecutively than it is forehands. Oh, just off the net cord and nobody home there. Duda didn't even bother. He knew that the mood Putzar is in meant that he wouldn't miss it. First one was very good. Off the low trajectory ball and glances it away. Timeout from Benedikt. Putzar edges in front.
Vielleicht haben wir einen komplett leeren Ausschlag machen, das Gefühl einfach, was jetzt viel Qualität drin in der Ausschlag hat. Einmal komplett leer, also ein bisschen steigt und dann kannst du wieder draufgehen auf den Ball dann. Ne? Ja, bei seinem, ja, wenn er sieht, der kommt lang, dann spielt er gut. Wenn du jetzt ein bisschen angetäuscht machst, das ist für ihn dann schwierig. Ja, ein bisschen, zack, ein bisschen antäuschen. Ja? Okay? Ja, und nur den Thompson spielt, wenn du auch weißt, ist es richtig Qualität. Ja? So wie der erste Ball, nicht wie der zweite.
Ja, okay, aber wenn er den so eklig halblang macht und ich will den dann nur kurz sehen, dann kommt er und prügelt
den durch. Nee, und dann besser lang spielen. Ich meine, der war halblang, wie du das Thompson gespielt und der war zu hoch. Dann muss richtig Qualität. Dann besser schupf ihn lang oder flip ihn an. Ja. Das ist besser, wie jetzt so einen Thompson zu spielen. Ja? Okay, wenn er richtig flach ist, dann kannst du einen guten Thompson. Okay, dann hat er eben sehr gut.
Paralelu idemo, možemo. Ostane čekajte na sebi.
So then, both players have used their timeouts. Let's see, it's down to them now in this decider.
5-3.
Duda can bait the Croatian with certain serving into the forehand side, knowing that Putzar fancies that backhand flick, knowing that you could tie him up, make him play a backhand touch from forehand side and then take him into wide backhand. That could be a way to get him scrambling. Putzar keeps the lead. Well. Putzar looking so relaxed. Clatters the backhand. So good. Showing no sign of slowing here, Tomislav.
Let's 3-7.
Edge of the table. Did well to hit there. Chiquita so hard, Putzar. Had nothing to show for it. wow, Benedikt Duda at his very best there. Raw power. Made some quality adjustments, especially with the backhand. This one here off the change of pace. Excellent. Perfect shot. And that puts him within 2 points of Tomislav Pucar. This serve has been a key ingredient here for the Croatian number one. It's got basically no spin on it, that tomahawk serve. And Duda struggled to come up with an answer. 2 out of 2 for Pucar, and he's 2 away. Finter and Kaufman getting ready. We've got the women's doubles after this, if Pucar can beat Duda. Oh, that's a wonderful shot.
Nice,
wonderful push from Duda. I think he spotted Pucar fancying that backhand flick from forehand and completely went against him. And now it's just a 1 point game. Benedikt Duda closing in. Big plays from the German. 9-8. The same push again against the same serve, and Benedikt Duda has levelled. He's learned from his mistakes. Backhand punch there as well. Flattening it. Brilliant from Germany's number one player. And now he'll serve. Last 2 serve combination of the match here. It's the backspin serve, Benedikt Duda with 5 points in a row. Match point out of absolutely nowhere. Could he take it? Edge of the table. Would you believe it? The edge keeps Croatia in this tie against Germany. Wonderful fight here from both men. It's a second game point for the world number 12. He's got gears to his game, Benedikt Duda. It's a phenomenal comeback there in the decider. He was 9-5 down, somehow finds the wiggle room. That was a tough test there against Pucar, who's played brilliantly here in Chengdu. Had to dig very, very deep, Duda. Great fight. Another great comeback. I'd say the second best comeback that I've seen today. Felix Lebrun doing it against Liang. Duda, who beat Felix yesterday, coming back there against Pucar. That means we will not see any women's doubles. It's done and dusted here. Germany defeat Croatia. And that is all she wrote. That is how the job was done. A 3-0 win in the mixed doubles, a 3-0 win for Sabina Winter in the women's singles, and a 2-1 win for Benedikt Duda. Means that Germany win, just needing the 3 out of possible 5 matches to do so. Good win there for the Germans, who right now are 3rd in the standings overall here in the second stage, behind Japan and China. Germany will play China tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so make sure that you join us for that here on table number 1. The second match tomorrow here on table 1 will be Croatia against Sweden, so we'll get to see both of these teams again here tomorrow. Thank you to all of you who've joined us today. This has been the second day of stage 2 here at the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup in Chengdu, China. Enjoy these highlights. From myself, Fraser Riley, and the whole team here. Good night from China, and we'll see you tomorrow. Min Qian Jian.
好的，观众朋友们，首先让我们一同恭喜德国队获得本场比赛的胜利。我们邀请到了 Benedikt Duda 还有 Sabine Winter 2位选手来到现场进行赛后采访。首先我们要问的是 Benedikt Duda 觉得是我们今天的比赛当中，你们的对手克罗地亚队也是比赛实力比较强劲的一支队伍，表现也比较突出。那你们的团队是为今天的比赛怎样做出准备？
So the first question is for Benedikt Duda. Your opponents have been one of the standout teams in this event. How did you and the team prepare for this match?
I mean, we know that Croatia is a very strong team from the European Championships, and yeah, we were just focusing on ourselves, giving like always our best, and trying to win every point. We know that they have with Tomislav Puca a very strong single player, and yeah, I'm just happy to manage to beat him, so that we can get a little bit earlier to bed today.
Sabine 好的，那非常感谢。我们也要问一下 Sabine Winter 的问题是今天对自己的表现和团队的表现是否满意呢？还有就是在这一次的混合团体的赛制当中，每一分和每一位选手的表现都尤为重要。你们是否觉得这样的比赛比较有趣，体验感如何？
Sabine Winter, how do you feel about your match today, and how much are you enjoying competing in this mixed team format where every point and every player plays such a big role? Do you enjoy this tournament?
Well, first, of course, I'm happy that I could win my match 3-0. This is always very difficult here in the system because there's a lot of pressure. But I enjoy a lot to play in a team with our men. It's fun. They are in a good mood. They make a lot of jokes where we can laugh. So this is working out really well. The system is, I think, very nice for the spectators to watch because it's interesting and exciting. For us players, it's even more pressure than we're used to, but I guess with time, when we play it more often, we'll get used to it, and yeah, it's an exciting format.
确实，在这样的一个赛制之下，我们也是会面临非常大的压力。但是呢，我们的团队整体的氛围是非常好的，我们在一起会开很多的玩笑，这样让大家大笑之后释放一下压力，我们的表现也会更好。而且这个赛制的话，其实对于观众来说是非常有意思的，观看性是非常的强。虽然说对于我们的队员来说，我们会面临更多的压力，但是随着我们在这样的一个赛制上面参加更多的比赛，我们的表现习惯了以后会变得更好的。
好的，感谢2位选手参与到我们的采访，也再次祝贺德国队获得本场比赛的胜利。让我们一同期待明天他们会有更加精彩的表现。
Thank you so much for the encore interview. Congratulations to Germany again.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Back here. Thank you.
5. Get him at cool. Try to slow game. Forcing.
Pull up.
Ten.